Hey, Sunday Night Alive, it's me, Pastor Tony, and I just wanted to let you guys know a little bit about this brochure that you guys are seeing right now. It's going to be our online mission trip that we're going to take. And this next 14 days, starting tomorrow morning when you wake up, inside this brochure, it's going to let you know different things that you're supposed to do, like change your status statement of your Facebook to something that shares a little bit about your faith. Day 2, it's really cool, and it'll be on the screen. Day 2 is a chance for you to clean up some of the junk. Maybe you have some inappropriate pictures, some bad language on your Facebook or MySpace. And I'm going to challenge you to get some of that stuff off. And then you go all the way to let's say day 6. And day 6 is share what Jesus did by writing a note on your Facebook. And I know underneath our profile pictures there's a statement that says write something about yourself, and it's just a way for you to express something about who you are. And then I'm also going to challenge you to put a YouTube video on your Facebook, just something where people would wonder, hey, what's that about on your Facebook? And they click it and they find out that you really have something special in your faith, that you care about enough to post something just specifically about that. Maybe it's a song or an impactful video on YouTube. But then even the last day of this online mission trip is send a text message inviting somebody back to youth group for the next Sunday Night Alive. And so like I said, this brochure has the first 7 days of our missions trip. Next Sunday Night Alive, you'll get another one with the next 7 days. So stay informed, and we're going to do this together. Living out the cause. Bye-bye. So this brochure, there's really nothing special about it. All it is telling you what you're going to do each day. And before I go on, I'm going to go ahead and just make this statement so that you know that I don't want you to just sign up and take one of these if you're not going to do it. And because it would just remind me so much of what I don't want to create. I don't want to create a youth group or that stuff where we say we're going to do stuff and we don't. So I want to just give that invitation to you that if you don't think you want to commit to 14 days of doing something online with your social media, Facebook, Twitter, and MySpace, then don't sign up and don't take one. But if you're willing to, we're going to go ahead and start off tomorrow morning. Tomorrow, any time of the day, really. It's just on you. Day 1 is to change your Facebook status. And you guys have, I'm not sure if you saw, but Carrie's sister logged on to her Facebook the other night. And she typed in on Carrie's Facebook, so it looked like Carrie Whittle, and it says, I'm pregnant, you know, and it says this, and the whole world knew, okay? I got messages, and you're like, what's up with that? And so it's obvious to me, and I knew that, I was like, really? And I knew that when you put something on your Facebook status that people really see it. And they see what's going on. So that's why it's going to be day 1. Day 1 is going to say, post something on your status that shows your faith, that shows that you believe in some way. Maybe for you it's just going to say, like my name would be Tony is a Christian. And I just want to let you guys all know that. Then it's going to be something that reveals something about your faith in some unique way. Be creative. Put a Bible verse. Put something on there. Put a quote. Do what you want, but in some way show them. Day 2 is going to be a harder day, I think, for most of us. Because day 2 is the Facebook cleanup. And there's a lot of inappropriate pictures on our Facebooks. I know that there's some of us with hand gestures that are really inappropriate. Some of you ladies have some inappropriate pictures on that are just not good. And some of us guys, the truth of the matter, some of us guys have had people post on our walls some cuss words, some stuff like that. I'm going to ask you to clean it up. Take some of that junk off and just be honest and just say, if this doesn't really reveal me, I don't want it on there. And I know people will tag you with stuff and they will put stuff on there, but it's your time that you're going to say, all right, for the next 2 weeks, I'm going to clean it up. I'm not going to have that stuff on there. Now, it really turns up after day 2. And that'll be when Wednesday hits. It's It looks like, and each one of you will get this if you sign up. And I put Napoleon Dynamite on there as my representative. But there's this thing called Facebook chat. And I think most of you guys know what that is. And you can click on somebody and you can have a conversation. It was like AIM back in my day. And the truth is, it's a really neat way. And what it is going to challenge you to do is just to tell somebody about what you're doing. Because by day 3, people will notice. They will see your status. And then it'll actually ask you to change and renew your status. Put something different on. Put another Bible verse on there. Mix it up. Day 4 is big. I think day 4 will be a huge challenge for most of you. Because what it's going to ask you to do is to take your current profile picture, take it off, and load something on there. Some picture that shows your faith. Maybe it's you on a missions trip. Maybe it's not even you at all. Maybe you type in Google Images the cross, or you type in faith, and you'll see different logos that come up, and you say that to your pictures, and you load it up. And it's a really unique way. And here's what I also know. Every time you do that, it shows up in everybody else's homepage. And people will wonder, what in the world is Carrie doing, switching her picture to something like that? I want to know. So it's just a really unique time. Day 5 is going to be the hardest day. And day 5 is really where I take you back to that first step that I'm going to challenge you to take, where you're going to share something about your faith. Day 5 is you're going to have an opportunity, if you commit to doing this trip, where you send somebody a message, either via text or via a message on Facebook, where you say, hey, I've got to let you know, through some way, some conversation, I want to invite you to church. I want to bring up my faith some way. Tell them about Christ. Send them a link to something, where you're actually sending something to somebody for them to see it. And it's going to be a scary time, but it'll be a neat thing, because everybody who signs up is going to do that on that day. And me and Daniel and Carrie and the other ladies, we're going to be encouraging you to do that with us. Day 6 is where we're going to put a YouTube video on our Facebook. And day 7 is going to be real simple. It's just inviting somebody back. And I'm going to challenge you to invite 3 people, sending out 3 text messages, or just simply sending out a message on Facebook. But here's the clincher. You'll read on this that it's sending a message to somebody who doesn't come. So it's not going to be so easy, and I know that. And like I said, it's not to promote this group. It's not about, it's a great group. I love having you guys here. And I'd love to have us have 130 people, but I would rather have us living out our faith authentically than us faking it. So that's why we're doing this together. So here's the deal. I'm going to close in a second, but I want you to think about, are you willing to take a 14-day online missions trip with me? Because if you sign up, I'm actually going to expect you to do it. And I'm going to have you sign over there, so I'll be able to look on your Facebook or your MySpace, and I'll be able to check it out and see if you're doing it. And you're going to be able to do the same thing for me. So pray with me. Think about whether or not you want to commit to a 14-day trip online. And I'd love to have you guys partner up with me, and we'd really do something neat. Because we know, all of us know inside, that people will notice. If we started changing our social media to something like that, it'd be neat. Pray with me. God, I thank you so much for this night. I thank you so much for even the series, how fun it is to talk about pig poop and Subway, and how it relates so much to the Bible, and how we're supposed to be smelly for Jesus, and how we're supposed to be living it out. So I ask even right now that you would stir in our hearts if you want us to sign up, to start being smelly, to start living it out for you. I pray actually that a lot of us would do it and take it seriously. And thank you so much for this group. I thank you for everybody who showed up tonight. I just pray that you'd use them in a neat way this week to reach out to their friends and to even just be encouraged themselves. Pray this in your name. Amen. Hey, I want to remind you, there's all the brochures are over there. Take one as you boogie. We're going to have some music playing as you head out. See you guys next week, and then we'll give you the second part of the mission trip. Adios.